just from the rain. I'd made some hard decisions. A nest of Silurians on British soil wiped out under my orders. That had not sat well with the doctor. He had stormed out of Unit HQ after a rather full and frank exchange of views between us. At the time, I didn't think he'd come back. Like so many brilliant men, he was insufferable at times. "They were intelligent beings, Brigadier," he fumed. "Your two races could have coexisted peacefully." I saw the matter differently, of course. I saw a threat. I removed it, or at least I thought I had at the time. But that's what a soldier does. We defend, and we make the difficult choices. The doctor thought otherwise. Quite how Miss Shaw tolerated the fellow's moods was beyond me. She went after him, told me she'd bring him around. I didn't question my own judgment. The Silurians represented a clear and present danger, but despite my certainty, it had not been an easy choice. That's why, I suppose, I was ready to step away when the message came. Get some perspective, as it were. And to be quite honest, when I read the telex, I was rather concerned.
Alistair, I need your help.
Colonel Heinrich Conrad, part of Germany's contribution to UNIT's global aegis. Good man, strong as an ox, and pin-sharp to boot. Kreigskind base was his command, and he'd done a lot with it. His technical people were top-notch. What they'd learned from researching the debris of past attacks had been invaluable to us.
You must come to the Schloss as soon as you can.
I first met him on a NATO exercise in the 60s, back when the only threat we thought we had was the Russians. Fine soldier, leader of men. We've been good friends ever since.
Something is very wrong here.
Not a man to cry wolf. Not one to ask for aid unless it was his only option. And the tone, there was something in those words. They rang a sour note.
Time is against me. You must come quickly.
I had to learn why. So I went.
Brigadier, welcome to Kreigskind. I am Major Erno Schrader, Colonel Conrad's second in command. I am acting as base commander while the colonel is indisposed.
I never met Schrader before, but his type were like weeds sprouting in every army I'd ever seen. Sharp-faced, acid little men forced into the uniform as if it could barely contain them. Narrow eyes, wound tight, anger held barely in check, looking for someone to bark at. He did all but turn me around and show me the door then and there. In return, I was rather forthright. It was wet, I had travelled quite poorly, and I was determined not to about-face and go home. Not without looking Heinrich in the eyes first. I do hate to pull rank, but that was what it took. I suppose sometimes it's useful to have your reputation precede you. Well, finally, Schrader relented.
This way, Brigadier.
He ground out each word like it was a piece of broken glass, making noises about security clearance this and compartmentalization that. But I smelled fear on him. Get shot at enough times and fear becomes an old friend. You learn how to see it, in yourself as well as in other men. And I saw it in Kreigskind. Averted glances, hurried steps. Doors closed too quickly as we walked past them. Despite all of Schrader's assurances to the contrary, this was a base on high alert. I had some recollection of the castle's interior layout, and I approached the steps to the upper tiers.
No, Brigadier, not that way. Follow me, please. From here.
It was then, with some mild alarm, that I realized where Schrader was taking me. Good Lord.
Alistair, I need your help.
He was as pale as death.